Hello lovely people, I hope you all are doing great. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today's video is extra exciting because we are visiting one of my absolute favorite places in Calgary called Market. This is Calgary's first and only thrift store dedicated entirely to art and craft supplies. If you love crafting, journaling, sewing, painting, jewelry making, or simply hunting for creative treasures on a budget, you're gonna absolutely enjoy this walkthrough. I'll be taking you through different sections of the store and showing you everything that's currently in stock, along with some of the newest finds I spotted today. But before we begin, let's say hi to Luna, the adorable store dog and the sweetest little greeter you'll ever meet. Let's begin in the jewelry section. So, how this works is you can either choose a large glass jar for $12 or a smaller one for $6. Then fill it with any of the loose beads and jewelry making supplies from this section. The best part is that you can bring the same jar back on your next visit and refill it instead of getting a new one. There is so much to choose from here. There are earring hoops, jump rings, beautiful glass and stone beads, charms, leather cords, and so many unique embellishments that can be surprisingly expensive to buy elsewhere. I've actually made quite a few projects using supplies from the store. I've even tried my hand at jewelry making and bead weaving for the first time, and it was such a fun way to experiment with a new craft without spending a fortune. If you're looking for something more affordable, they also have smaller bags for plastic beads starting at $1, making this section perfect for beginners or anyone who loves adding colorful details to their projects. As I was browsing, I also noticed that many of these beads looked brand new, so there are plenty of beautiful options in the store to discover. Now, moving on to my personal favorite section of the store, the paper crafting section. As someone who loves journaling and even making my own handmade journals, this area always is the highlight of my visit. If you're into journaling, scrapbooking, card making, or mixed media art, or any kind of paper crafting, you're gonna love browsing through this section. There are so many little embellishments, stickers, papers, and decorative elements that you can add to your journals or any creative projects basically. And of course, there is an incredible selection of washi tapes. If you're a fellow paper crafter, then you already know how quickly washi tapes collections can get expensive, so finding them here is always exciting. A helpful tip for you is that while you're shopping, if you see an item that does not have a store's colored sticker on it, it's usually a part of their filler back program. That means that you can add those loose paper crafting supplies, washi tapes, buttons, and small tiny items into a bag, and the price is determined by the size of the bag that you will fill, and these bags are available at the till. Throughout the store, you'll find signs explaining the filler bag pricing, so it's a great way to stock up on craft supplies while still staying on a budget. Another exciting thing happening this week is their stamp sale, which starts on July 3rd. So, if you're a fan of stamping, card making, or creating handmade stationery, this would be a fantastic time to visit the store and browse through their collection. And honestly, if you're ever visiting Calgary and you're a creative person, this is one of the stops that I wholeheartedly recommend. And if there's one thing that you can take away from this video, is that you gotta add this store to your must visit list. And just to be clear, this video is not sponsored in any way. I genuinely love visiting this store. I'm honestly just very grateful that this store exists. It makes creativity so much more accessible and affordable. So, whether you're an experienced artist or just starting a new hobby, you have to visit the store. If you're wondering where the store is located, I've included all the details in the description box below, along with the links to their website and Instagram page. I also highly recommend subscribing to their email newsletter. They regularly send updates about upcoming sales, special promotions, and what's new in the store and the store hours, etc. So it's the best way to stay in loop if you're planning to visit the store. Now, I'm curious to know, have you visited Market before? Since I find myself coming here so often, I was thinking of making this a regular series on my YouTube channel here where I show you what's new in the store each week, highlighting the interesting finds, and let you know about any sales or special events happening in the store. I'd love for you to let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoy watching more of market walkthroughs, if that's something you'd like, I'd be more than happy to keep making these videos and share with you all the latest creative finds that I find in the store. These wooden beads that you see are also included in their filler bag program, and anything that has a orange, green, or a colorful round dotted sticker on it will be individually priced. Now let's head over to the cross stitch, embroidery, and weaving section. Just like the rest of the store, everything here is either individually priced or clearly marked with pricing information. As you're browsing, you will notice these yellow, orange, or printed price signs throughout the section explaining how different items are priced. And if you're unsure, please ask someone, they'll be happy to help you or at least guide you in the right direction. One of my favorite deals is in this embroidery section here. These skeins are just for $1 and you can get 10 of these. And then these ones here, you can get 4 of these skeins for just $1. I've also included a photo of the store's pricing guide in this video, so feel free to pause the video and take a screenshot if you'd like a quick reference while planning your visit. This is the entire knitting section and the yarn. So I'm just going to move the camera around and you can have a look at the beautiful yarn collection and the needle collection that's in store today. Next, we are in the yarn section, and this is another area that's worth taking your time to browse. One thing I love is that they have a lot of knitting and crochet pattern magazines available for free. Near the front of the store, you will also find a collection of vintage craft magazines, most of which are priced at just $2. So, if you're looking for inspiration, vintage patterns, or unique project ideas, that's definitely worth flipping through them. Now we are making our way to the back of the store where I always seem to discover the best hidden treasures. This area is filled with sewing notions, patterns, and all kinds of little crafting supplies. You will find everything from snips, needle threaders, tailor's chalk, safety pins, sewing machine feet, bobbins, hand sewing needles, and other missile things related to sewing. Many of these smaller loose tools are included in the store's filler bag program, making it a great place to stock up on essential for your sewing kit. I also spotted a large selection of loose zippers along with these adorable embroidery snips, which are individually priced around $2 to $4. And if you enjoy sewing your own clothes or quilting, then there are also beautiful sewing patterns to browse through that you might be interested. Towards the very back, you'll find fabric markers and upholstery fabric. The great thing is that you don't always have to purchase the entire piece of fabric. You can always ask them to cut the amount that you need for your project. The ribbon and trip section is also located at the back of the store. The ribbons are individually priced, while many of those loose buttons and smaller sewing notions are a part of their filler bag program, provided that they already don't have those colored price stickers on them. We are almost at the end of our walkthrough, but before we finish, I have to show you a few of my favorite sections. First up is this button station. I absolutely love how it's organized, and they have such an incredible collection of buttons. Whether you're searching for vintage buttons, classic everyday styles, or fun and colorful novelty design, there's something for almost every single project here. I could honestly spend so much time here just browsing through this section. Now let's move over to the fine art supplies. This is where you will find premium acrylic paints, watercolor inks, drawing supplies, and all kinds of artistic materials. I've been incredibly lucky here to find Winston and Newton paints here, along with some Strathmore 300 GSM to 400 GSM papers, both of which can be quite expensive when purchased brand new. Finding professional quality art supplies at a thrifted price is definitely a very good deal, and that is one of the reasons I keep coming back to this store. If you're an artist, definitely don't skip this section. You might come across watercolor sets, acrylic paints, watercolor pencils, inks, chalkboard paint, sketching pencils, canvases, and so much more, and that too at a very reasonable price. One thing to keep in mind is that inventory at market changes incredibly quickly. Since it is a thrift store, everything depends on what gets donated, so no two visits are ever going to be the same. That's one of the things I love the most about shopping here. You never know what hidden treasure you might discover on your next visit. A product that's here today could be gone tomorrow, and something completely unexpected could take its place the following week. I filmed this walkthrough on a Thursday morning, and I wanted to get the video uploaded as quickly as possible so you could see what's currently available. Even so, by the time you visit, some of these items may have already been found a new home, while plenty of new treasures will likely be arrived at the store. This is the kids section, which is located right in front of the store, and any eligible unpriced items can be placed into an extra large Ziploc bag, which will be priced at $12 as a part of the store's fill a bag program. Now I'll let you have a look at this beautiful colorful yarn that was in stock today. Now I also would love to hear, out of everything I showed in today's store walkthrough, which was your favorite. I'd also love to know what kind of crafting or art are you into. Do you love knitting, crochet, sewing, embroidery, journaling, scrapbooking? Do you make jewelry or something completely different? Let me know in the comments below. I always love reading about everyone's creative hobbies, and it's a great way for all of us to discover new crafts and inspire one another. I know today's walkthrough was a little longer than my usual videos, but I wanted to keep it concise while still showing you everything that I found at the store today. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today and joining me on this creative little adventure. I truly appreciate your support, and I'm happy that you were here today. If you enjoyed this walkthrough, don't forget to like the video, subscribe so you don't miss out on future store walkthroughs, local creative finds, and budget friendly craft inspiration. Until then, take very good care of yourself, keep creating, and I will see you in the next video very soon. Bye for now.